Hello everyone and welcome back to Jasmine's Crazy Cat Tarot. We are going to do an energy check-in today for Kenley Matheson. If you're not familiar with Kenley's case, I have numerous videos on him. There's also documentaries, which I've only actually just gotten through and finished myself because there was a few. And it is very interesting, very mysterious. Kenley has been missing since 1992 and not a sign of him has been found since. There are active searches by some lovely local people who donate and dedicate their free time to bring awareness to Kenley by putting up posters, by going and forging their own searches. So what I want to do is just do a small part that I can do from over here in Ireland and just help guide the way if possible. And any intuitives or tarot readers that are watching, if you feel compelled to pull any cards, I'm sure the searchers would love to see your findings down below, because it's lovely to see how open-minded people are to working together. And I feel like Kenley's energy always brings out just this urge to unify. And if he can do that, well, I think that's taking something tragic and finding a beautiful silver lining. The best would be if we found Kenley. So let's pray and let's bring in the energy for Kenley Matheson. Kenley Matheson. Kenley Matheson. Can we please do an energetic check-in when it comes to the location, please and thank you. Okay, so something about jealousy and a spouse and a partner. So did someone have a jealous partner, a jealous spouse? Was someone jealous of Kenley? What we want to do, instead of getting to all the details, we want to get any insight we're going to need in order to find where Kenley currently is. So where is Kenley Matheson? Kenley, where are you? Kenley, where are you? Whoa. Okay. And death. Wow. Okay, so I'm not going to take any more of these. These are just very messy. So something about a messy situation inside. So yeah, I always get cave energy, somewhere dark, secluded, trapped. There could be secret underground tunnels, caves. Something about love and jealousy. With alive and death here, this is very contrasting energy here and home. This is giving someone does necromancy, either with animal skulls, with real skulls, but this keeps on coming up. And it's like to bring something or someone back to life, to take the energy, harvest the essence. And if Kenley is alive, I think that would be the best news we've heard in a long time. And if that's a possibility, I do hope we can hold on to that. But the way I'm reading it is someone does necromancy, basically. And I'm hearing Bring Me Back to Life by Evanescence. Someone does this at home, but they also do it in secret, dark places, greed. So something about money, an accomplice, partner in crime. So yeah, in the woods. I think people meet up in the woods, kind of with, what's that called? Hoods, capes. I've actually got a black hood right now, and I kind of feel like the Darth Vader, or what's he called? The Grim Reaper. So I just get that image of people dressed like the Grim Reaper in the woods, not necessarily with the skeleton face, but maybe they're using skeleton things or natural forces. Yeah, someone does it at home, but there's also group gatherings, greed. I do feel like maybe drugs, money, etc. There was jealousy over a love interest, but of course money is usually always a factor somehow, some way in these cases. So let me put this down and move this aside. Something about a party. I feel like the party he was at on some sort of island was significant. There could have been a lingering argument, jealousy, beef from a party. Literally, I'm just hearing, I've got beef. So, yeah. Anyway, let's clarify with the angel and ancestor cards. So the druid hold the space, the sacred space. I feel like someone has a wand made out of a sacred tree, Hollywood, the wood from holly. Now I'm hearing Christmas songs. Is something going to be significant by Christmas? My coat, I was going to say, keeps closing up. Something about a coat, closing up a coat. Winter, take care of your needs. Kenley went missing in Wolfville, so he could still be in Wolfville somewhere. My right ear is ringing. Is this true? Is this right? Let's see, because usually I get left side shivers and stuff with Kenley, but now that was the right side. Does right mean right? Will I take this literally? I don't know, but I do feel like the left side is significant. Kenley, where can you be found and situated? Where are you currently situated? Thank you. Fire Guardian, ignite your passion. Now, I'm always seeing triangles, upside down triangles, also upside down hearts. To me, this could be giving inversion energy. But look for the symbols all around, the writing on the wall. It could even look like that, literally. And the owls, they will guide the hermit. Retreat and recharge. So yeah, someone's very isolated, very secret, very closed off about what they do in their free time, their secret practices. Stargazer, set your sights higher. So like, I get go down but go up. Somewhere caught in between. And even with my remote viewing, that was the first question I asked when I connected with Kenley. I said, where are you? And somewhere in between, I kept hearing. And I think that's meant in more than one way. I will get to the remote viewing findings at the end of the video. Traveler, move in a new direction. So go up further than where you've been looking. Because even if it is in the right place where something happened, something was still hidden specifically for that reason. Also the medicine guardian, healing information. And the warrior, be fearless and stand strong. And a spear, I was actually thinking of a spear earlier. And I was wondering why, but a spear is another tool in hand. Use all the weapons at your disposal. And I feel like saying any weapon forged against those who are looking to seek the truth and justice in Kenley's name, any weapons or evil eyes forged against you will go blind and be in vain. May everyone be protected by God's light. But you're going to have to power through something like a warrior. It's not just going to be easily accessible. This is secretive, but it's hidden in plain sight, which makes it even harder to find, weirdly enough. So let's get some tarot. Kenley Matheson, current location, please and thank you. We have exhaustion. And this is in reverse. Someone's batteries are running out. Also intensity. I feel like it's just very intense spiritual energy. Is someone sick of hiding? Is someone exhausted spiritually, mind, body, and soul? Kenley, where is your physical remains currently? Kenley, where can you be found? Okay, that want to hide. Kenley. Back of deck, adventure. So going into some sort of tunnel or cave. Oh, I didn't even realize they were left here. I'm sure that's for a reason. We have stress. Yeah, this is someone trying to sabotage when someone else is distracted with their other tools. There's so many candles in the air. Candles in the wind. Is that a song? My nose is itching. Does that song mean anything? Candle in the wind? I can't even think of it. I just know it's a title, Inner Voice. So something like under, like this, it's like going into an opening. There is water around, so this could be like a drain of some sort. And with the inner voice, it's like the outer voice. The signs are all around, but sometimes our inner voice can be wrong, you know, and it's like follow the evidence, but make sure it confirms your inner voice or doesn't go against that. Isolation. Something is melting. Guilt. Who doesn't feel bad? Someone doesn't have a guilty conscience. I'm seeing all these hands. So I always get put your hand in. It could be a hole. It could be a cave. It could look dangerous. It mightn't be easy to access or see. But something about having to put your hand in first. I'm hearing you've really gone and put the knife in first. You know I'm no good. Amy Winehouse. That could be significant healing. So there's the hands again. And this is the heart. So yeah, it's somewhere. A crawl space, a crevice, a nook, a cranny. But it's like sacred things are kept there. Ceremonial objects, ceremonial magic I'm hearing. And with the change, yeah, it's just giving the yin and the yang, all of the elements combined. This could be secret societies too, all these symbols. Look for the symbols on the wall. Totality. It ain't over yet. Conditioning in reverse. So breaking conditioning. This card was burnt before, so it's nearly got a little hole. So look, yeah, it's very literal here. You might see cracks and things like that in the ground. Dig deeper, use your hands, your fingers. You mightn't think there'd be anything in there, but you'd be surprised at what you'd find. Okay, so let's get some articles and then we will look at the remote viewings, and then I will use a dictionary. I've got a different dictionary to use today, so let me know which dictionary you prefer. So yeah, something about looking up but down at the same time. A disunion, integration. So I have gotten this before. The birds are giving signs. The trees are above where Kenley is, if we're looking from his perspective. But he could be integrated with a tree, with something, because of all the elements, and it's been such a long time. Okay, so Kenley, Matheson, current location. Can I just get 3 of these, please, and thank you? Okay. Okay, guilt, sabotage in reverse. So someone's not feeling guilty about trying to sabotage something, because I do think there is a sabotager around. So receive, open. You may have to put your hand down, something that's open. Kenley wants to find the light, but he's closed off. He's trapped. This comes every single time I connect or read for Kenley. He is trapped. And that light needs to be shone upon him. Toxicity bound patterns. He's trapped, and there's the hand again. Thank you, Kenley. And we have decisions, a crossroads. Someone could have been at a crossroads and someone had to make a decision. There's the hoods again. So the ceremonial sort of get up is what I'm getting. And yeah, it's like something about a head, but you've to put your hands down somewhere dark in order to even find that. Don't let your fears hold you back. There's another hand reaching out in the spiritual realm, because they're not that separate. You know, we're all going to go from one place to the other, A to B, the in-between. Where can I find you? Somewhere in between. The dark and the light, the love and the hate, heaven and hell. I often think earth may be limbo, but I don't know. Feels like heaven some days, hell others, and limbo some of the time. So it just depends on the day. And whatever the day, there's someone peeping and spying, menace. There's the meat again, the hanging meat. Does someone do blood sacrifices, animals, even people included? Who is watching? Someone menacing, watching from the window, the pothole again. And I feel like this is going to reveal something. But the problem is, in the area they're searching, how many of these potholes is there going to be? Even things like burrows, rabbit huts, fox dens, badgers even, I don't know. But check everywhere, even if it's dangerous, even if the animals aren't happy about it. I think it's still somewhere accessible by humans, because I do feel like someone or more than one person comes back to visit sometimes. Kind of like a museum or something. I don't know. It's weird, it's dark, and it's twisted. Kenley, details about where you are and how you can be found. The cult and the rock and the circle. Fidget, it's only a matter of time. Someone's fidgeting, worried about being caught. One more, Kenley. And danger in reverse. He's saying mask off, and this is overflowing cigarettes. And I did actually say to one of the searchers, look out for the cigarette butts on the search. So this is just a reminder to do just that, because you never know what you're going to catch in that net. So something about using your hands to get what it is you want. I thought this was chips and dips, but someone else said this is a hungry TV man dinner. And yeah, it could just be that. Did someone go for food with Kenley? Did someone pay? But, you know, that pay, something came with a cost is what I'm getting. Virtual reality. This is reality. So with the cult here, I do feel like there is a cult. And something about a rock. A rock was used to guard or shield. There's a sacred rock, a sacred tree. And this could tie into why or how Kenley is bound. Also browsing history. So let's see what this says. Pictures of clowns, how to kill my noisy brother, rifles, beaches. A beach could be significant. An explosion. I feel like the shape of an explosion is significant. Brewing coffee. Nagasaki, is that a bomb thing as well? Find high school classmates. So someone who was maybe in his class or something to do with his studies could have information. Rapid DNA testing. Kittens playing piano. Am I a MILF? Yeah, so this is just strange browsing history. Someone who is strange and is involved in strange, weird things. Be careful, protect yourself when searching. But it's like, once you know what you're dealing with, they can't scare you as much once the mask is off. But this is giving kind of Freemason imagery. That's the mask of Jason, I think. Was it Friday the 13th. Something about the throat not being able to talk, silenced. And then he found it very hard to breathe, choked up, and yeah, just very, very intense. Okay, Kenley, can we finally get a word from the dictionary, please and thank you? This one's to open. But I did just open this when I was doing another reading for Kenley, and the peacock is coming out. I feel like his energy is very peacock-like, very peaceful, but he's not at peace. He was a pawn in something, pavement, a pavilion. So that could be significant. Something or someone is very peculiar, a penknife, a penis. I always get that imagery, pentagon. Yeah, I'm getting upside down, pentagon. Everything is inverted. Peninsula, a piece of land that's surrounded by water. Birds again, penetrate, pendulum. The pendulum swings both ways. I always get that. And a pedigree, a peddler. And a pearl. Yeah, because I was getting the oyster imagery before. So somewhere dark is where you'll find the pearl. And I'm getting skull. So it's like a pearl in an oyster, but you have to open something up, put your hand in, feel around, maybe destroy what's around it to find the treasure, the buried or hidden treasure. Kenley, can we just get one page to close out this reading today? Thank you for connecting with us. I'm getting so warm. We have scrape together to collect enough of something with difficulty. So Kenley wants to see everyone scraping together, coming together, unifying in his name. A searchlight. Yeah, he wants to see everyone scraping together for the search. So I feel like that is a direct message to the searchers. A screwdriver. Use all your tools. Scrape, scrappy, a scratch. A scrawl. Look at the scrawls, the writings on the wall. A scream, a screech. Maybe from birds. Screeches from birds could be significant. A screen, scrutinize, scuba diving, scuffle. There was a scuffle. Like a rugby tackle, scruffy, a scrub, scrounge. Someone was begging for something, a scripture and a scroll. Thank you for the confirmation because I kept getting a scroll. I'll show you. A scripture, a scribble, a screwdriver, a screw, a sculpture. Scurry, scurvy, skull, a scythe. Yeah, use all of the tools. You may need a scythe to get rid of the overgrowth that's around. A seafarer by the sea. I'm hearing somewhere along the sea, somewhere waiting for me. Kenley is waiting to be found. Seafood, seagull, seahorse. That's family matters. Seal, sea lion, seam. Second, secluded. He's in a secluded place. A garden tool for pruning plants. That could be used. A secateurs. Seaweed, seatbelt. A seatbelt. A car. Season ticket. A season. Seasick and a searchlight. A sculpture could be significant. Someone could be a sculptor. But yeah, Kenley literally wants to see everyone scraping together, scrutinizing the findings in order to find and bring him home. And look at that, witchcraft. This is what we're dealing with. And the wisdom, I feel like this is just another confirmation for the searchers, but you will be winners. Believe you me. Yeah, a wizard as well. So there's a wizard, witchcraft, woody, a bit of everything, and a witness. We've gotten a silent witness before, and a womb, a woman. So a womb imagery is very significant. I was even getting references to my own womb, upside down womb. Everything is a little bit inverted, but definitely womb, ovaries, imagery under something, a pit. Let me show you my findings. So look, the scroll. The phoenix was dropping a scroll into my hand, and I feel like the more I keep going back there, the more I will see in this scroll. But I feel like this was to nearly initiate me to the Akashic Records. And then that's brought me to the thought that maybe I need to bring Kenley to access his Akashic Records. So this is going to be a deep journey. Let me know, you guys, if you want a video for remote viewing Akashic Records. I'm only a beginner, but if you all want to join me, I would love the support and the feedback. And I'd love to hear what you guys pick up depending on what it is you want to look into. Okay, so green eye. Let me show you the shape. because I actually did see this in a documentary of Kenley I was watching this morning. I was like, that looks just like the eye I keep seeing. That eye is green. Kenley has green eyes. Initiation cult, secret root of knowledge, underground stairs, scroll, animal blood on a spit, a pit, very graphic imagery. Phoenix steps, accepted, prove oneself. Was Kenley initiated into something? I had heard he was going to the library, but Library of Light is what was clarified to me. Hypnosis, level up, catacombs, tunnel, cavernous. Cavernous always comes up. Passageway, under a cave or a cliff. Chests, locked. What's locked in these chests? And then I was seeing bones and walls, skulls, somewhere in between. Physical and metaphysical, in limbo, skull, sacred or special tree, down a hole, under or beside tree. Trees form canopy above, middle side of mountain, water nearby. Might think the hole is too small, but dig anyway, just in case. Leave no stone unturned. And yeah, watch out for this cult. May everyone who is fighting for light and justice be protected from the dark. May all evil eyes go blind, and may Kenley come home sooner rather than later. Thank you all for being here with me today. Let me know what you think down below, and make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already before you go. I will see and connect with you all again in the next one, and until then, goodbye and God bless. Mwah.